Hey, this is Darren with Big Daddy Scripts. I'm going to show you the hunting script today. First thing is the hunting menu. It's just /hunting. Pull up the menu. This is how you start hunting. You have to be in or near a hunting zone to hunt. This is a menu of all the kills that you have killed and field dressed. This is a cleanup tool to clear animals that you've spawned in the zone. This is the map of the hunting grounds. This is where we'll start. Shows you the state, and each of these zones were defined using polyzone, and they're in a JSON file called zones.json. These are what I have right now in the pre-release. There will be more when it's released, and you can change them, although I don't think you'll need to. There'll be plenty of zones. We are in the Sonoran Desert zone right now. Which is in this area. So since we're in the zone, we can start the hunting. And what it'll do, it'll spawn animals based on the square meters of the zone that you're in. And that is configurable in the settings as to how many animals spawn in the zone. Right now it's every 50,000 square meters, there's one animal. Which is a pretty decent number, unless you just want a whole bunch of them and you want to saturate it, you make that number smaller. So we'll spawn them and you'll see red dots show up in the demo that I'm showing you. They won't be in the live version. So they're ways off, so we'll jump on the four-wheeler. If you have the Animal Kingdom script, then you might see other animals wandering around. You can kill those and sell them. They work the same way. They might show up as undisclosed meat because sometimes the game doesn't use the right model name. It uses some weird hex number for the model. So, but you can kill any animal. Now there's a deer that's stuck on a wall. That just happens sometimes. He will change directions after a little while. But we can take advantage of the fact that he's so stupid he can't walk through a wall. And we'll shoot him in the head. You'll see a message come up, whatever notification script you're using, whether it be the Big Daddy Notify or P Notify or just the in-game notifications. All three of those will work with the script. And when you get close, you'll see a message that says field dress. I'm going to jump the wall. And you press E. And you'll come over to it and you will field dress the animal. It will not go into your inventory, that I use air quotes for, until you're done field dressing, which takes about 10 seconds. And the animal will disappear. It is now in your kills inventory. Here's a deer. That deer, we processed 178.37 pounds out of it. That's what the carcass is. When you go to a merchant to sell off your carcasses, there will be a price right here that he offers. And if you click that price, it will sell that deer for that and you will get the cash. Alright, let's see. Find something else. Maybe we'll do another kill. Now, you can work into your server hunting licenses and quotas and all that other stuff. I am going to integrate the LEO script with this script so they will be able to search you and find out if you have illegal animals or are above your quota, or if you don't have a hunting license, all that kind of thing. So if you have that kind of role play, then you can also integrate that kind of stuff. Something else that I've done in this script that is not something I've done before is I've included a couple of exports for frameworks. So if you have QBCore or ESX or any other framework that I may not know about that has inventories, if you add the animals to your inventory, you can utilize these exports when you kill and field dress the animal, it will call the export, and you can put your code in there to send that data to your framework. So it'll put it in your inventory. And when you sell it, it does the same thing where it removes it, calls an export to remove it. So I think that one is from the Animal Kingdom script, because he didn't have a blip. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, there's no blip for him. So it'll be interesting to see what he shows in the kills menu, because sometimes the game doesn't know what model that is, which I find really strange. Yeah, there he is, undisclosed meat. And since I don't know what it is, you only get a small amount of meat out of it. And of course, all the merchants are shady, and they will buy whatever you try to sell them, whether it's a dog or cat or whatever. All right, so on the map, there are 4 merchants, at least by default. There's one here in Sandy Shores. There's one over here across the lake in whatever area that is. There's one over here. And there's one down here. You can go to any of those to sell your stuff. This one is the closest one. So once you get to the merchant, you bring up your menu, bring up the kills, and it'll have a price. Oh my goodness. I think that needs to be adjusted. I don't think I'm going to sell a deer for $760. But okay, so obviously it needs to be adjusted. And the undisclosed meat for $10. So what you do is you click it, and it adds it to your money. And you can integrate it with any money framework you want. It's in the same file that the exports are in, and it comes pre-integrated with Big Daddy Money, QB-Core, ESX, Andes, and NAT. And you can also add your own framework if you have one that's different than those. We're not going to do it for you, and don't ask me how, because I don't know your framework. So you'll have to figure that out, have your dev do it. Same thing with the exports. That's going to be up to you to figure those out and make that work. I've just put the hooks in there for you to be able to do it. And that's pretty much it. That is hunting. Thanks for watching.
BigDaddyScripts.com